everybody, Tony Gibbons here once again for my second edition of my promoter's blog. Got a lot of great feedback and response from the first one. Today I've decided I'm flying solo. No Austin West today here behind the camera helping me out, so I'll be looking down here every second to check out my notes here. But before I talk about anything else, got to talk about what we have coming up. In June, every year we do a benefit for the Patriot Foundation, which is an organization that helps the veterans and the families of veterans raise money to go to college and different things like that. Every year we've been doing it at the Mount Carmel National Guard Armory in Mount Carmel, Tennessee. This year, bigger than ever, we're going to do it at the Civic Auditorium in June. Going to be awesome. Have more coming up on that. Also, Civic Auditorium, our biggest event of the year. It is May 26th, Collision Course. That's going to be coming up May 26th. April 7th, we return to the Kingsport Civic Auditorium. It'll be the next time we're there. And that will be I believe the 6th or 7th annual Smoky Mountain Cup. Not with the NWA officially anymore. However, we are still doing the Smoky Mountain Cup, still honoring that tradition where 6 matches, singles matches will take place. The winners of the 6 matches go to a 6-way. And the winner of that match in the past has gotten a shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. We will see how that plays out, see if we can still make that happen coming up April 7th. But before that, we return to Bristol March 17th. Big name. We have a big star, former WWE and ECW superstar coming March 17th. Going to be announcing that within the next couple of days. Not only will he be in action that night, he will also be doing a seminar, and he's a former trainer for WWE and a heralded trainer throughout the business. So we will see what happens there. March 17th, we'll announce that later on. But I can announce March 17th, St. Patrick's Day Massacre, that's what we're calling it. We will feature 3 cage matches. 3 cage matches coming to Bristol in addition to our huge name that we're bringing in. 3 cage matches. The main event that night will be the Alcatraz Escape Match. I invented this years ago. 10 guys will compete in basically a battle royal inside of a cage. 2-men start. Every couple of minutes another person comes in. When all 10 people are in, the first person back out of the cage will be declared the winner of that Alcatraz Escape Match. Coming up March 3rd, Kingsport, Tennessee, Colonial Heights. First time we've ever been to Colonial Heights Middle School. The NWA World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line that night as the champion. Nick Aldis debuts here for Innovate Wrestling against Devin Driscoll, United States Champion. It is Devin Driscoll's chance at the 10 pounds of gold. And speaking of 10 pounds of gold, a great YouTube series by the NWA. They'll be there filming that night for content for the 10 pounds of gold series coming up March 3rd, Kingsport, Tennessee, Colonial Heights Middle School. Something you absolutely don't want to miss. But coming up this Saturday, we will be Morristown, Tennessee, Tally Ward Building. It's our debut in Morristown. As NWA Smoky Mountain, we wrestled in Morristown a whole bunch. We even started our first event in Morristown. But we returned to Morristown for the first time in 6 years, and the first time ever as Innovate Wrestling. You see right there, Elliot Russell. He's a hometown boy here, teaming with Sigmund, take on the Illuminati. That's one of the big feature matches. Also women's action. We got titles on the line, TV title. All kinds of great matches coming up this Saturday night in Morristown. Okay, now that I've got that out of the way, I'm going to talk about the topic that I want to talk about today, and that is young wrestlers trying to get booked and the common mistakes they make. The mistake they make, number 1, is, and I want all the young wrestlers to understand this, to hear me say this: don't message a promoter and ask for a booking. I know that is completely backwards. It sounds crazy. Don't message a promoter and ask for a booking. I'll tell you this right now. Years ago, we decided we didn't like some guys, me and my friends. So we made up a fake promotion in an attempt to book these guys, to get them to drive 6 hours for nothing. Because that's the kind of assholes we are. It ended up backfiring, didn't work. But here's the point. When we made the fake promotion, hundreds of people still messaged us for bookings, even though this is a promotion that never ran a show and wasn't even real. No matter how bad a promotion is, they get 25, 30, 35, 40 messages a day from people trying to get booked. Constantly. I get a ton. I bet you I get 200 messages a week still to this day of people trying to get booked. I try to answer as many as you can, and a lot of wrestlers are like, oh, they didn't fucking answer me. Well, you know what? Fuck you. It's kind of hard to answer 200 fucking messages with the same fucking question when they don't even fucking have your name. It's just a copy and paste resume. I'm supposed to respond to a copy and paste resume like I'm not even a fucking human being. At least you can have some fucking kind of audacity to try to, you know, blow me a little bit, try to verbally blow me and let me know. My wife didn't like that I said blow me to these people. But I was talking about verbally. They could at least verbally or you know, in writing, blow me a little bit and stroke my ego and let me think that they actually care about me. They don't even put the promotion thing half the time. This copy and paste, copy and paste. Nobody gives a fuck about your copy and paste resume. You will not get booked on your fucking copy and paste resume. Chances are, if you're just starting out, just send a shitty resume, even if there's a nice personal message attached to it. You're not going to get booked. You don't have any credibility with anybody. So instead of asking to get booked, what you should be doing is asking to help set up the ring, help take down the ring, help put up flyers. Basically, I mean, even if it's far away, if you're open, you shouldn't be open on a Friday or Saturday if you're starting out in the wrestling business. You shouldn't. I understand if you have a shoot job, you have to do that. But other than that, if you have no other reason to be open instead of just playing fucking video games on a Friday or Saturday night and you're starting out in wrestling business, you need to find a promoter that is running. You need to send them a message and say, listen, I would like to come to your show and network and meet you and meet the crew. I will do whatever. I will put up the ring. I will take down the ring. I will run the camera. I will do security. I will be a referee. I will do whatever it takes to get your foot in the door. Because here's what's going to happen. This is independent wrestling. When you show up there, you bring your gear. Somebody, eventually, they will no-show. They will say they had to work. They will whatever. They will cancel this booking the last minute. And then when they cancel this booking the last minute, they will turn to the guy who's helped put up the ring, helped take down the ring, helped put up posters, whatever, who's done whatever they've asked. And you're there with your gear, you're trained, hopefully you've got properly trained. If you don't, then just get the fuck out of the business to begin with. But you're there, you're ready to go, and they're going to use you. Or if an opportunity comes open where, you know what, maybe they booked too many guys. I mean, for whatever reason, here's the thing is, you cannot get into the game if you are not at the game. You have to be present. People talk about right time, right place. That's true, 100%. Right time and right place is a big thing in the wrestling business. But if you fucking don't put yourself in the place, you can't be right time, right place for the opportunity. You let the opportunity pass by. It's gone. So you have to stay and get that opportunity. You got to get out there. You need every Friday and Saturday night. Sundays too if you can do it. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you're a young wrestler in the wrestling business, you need to contact, do some little research. You need to find out who's running. You need to contact them, and you'll say, hey, I'll do whatever it takes to be there. Not hey, I want to come wrestle and I need $500. Whatever. You need to contact them and say, hey, I'm talking, you need to go in there and not expect anything your first few times out. You got to prove yourself. And when you do get the opportunity, and when there does come a match open, don't go out there and just, you know what, expect to be a superstar. You need to do whatever the promoter says. You need to listen to the person you're working with. You need to be respectful. You need to basically, don't need to go out there and do a million finishers. What you need to do is go out there and have a fundamentally sound wrestling match in the vein of what the promoter needs. Go to him and say, hey, what do you need me to do? And then, at the end of the night, you were an extra. You didn't go plan to get it anyways. If they offer you money, take it. But if they don't be fucking standing around waiting for a payoff. You weren't booked anyways. They do these fucking budgets in advance, man. Fuck. Anyways, so, as I said, don't mess, if you're starting out, first year in the business, maybe even second year in the business, if you haven't got your name out there the way you should have, do not fucking message the promoter and ask for a booking. Message him and ask what you can do for him. Help him out. Because I'll tell you right now, you can meet anybody unless you are a fucking superstar and you are willing to come in for dirt fucking cheap. Do not message me to try to get booked in Morristown. However, if you message me and say, hey, I'll put the ring up in Morristown, I guarantee you're asking me putting the ring up in Morristown, helping me out. That's the way all promoters work. You need to ask what you can do, not, hey, I'm coming in and you need to pay me $700 to, and I know you haven't heard of me or anything, but whatever. That's just not the way it works. Okay, so there's my rant for today. And now I'll answer a few questions here. Sorry, I had to write it down. I don't have Austin West here to yell at the question for me today. How did I get my start? This is crazy. Okay, so I was 17 years old. Me and my friends started going to a local independent promotion, Southern States Wrestling. And being the young punks that we are, we just cussed. We were just stood there and raised hell. Fuck you, fuck this guy, fuck that guy. The kind of person I would kick out right now, if it was my event and somebody was just standing there saying, fuck you, fuck this guy, fuck him, he sucks, whatever, I'd kick the guy out, and guess what? They fucking kicked me out. Of course they should have kicked me out. I was wrong. I shouldn't have been up there yelling, fuck you, fuck this, whatever. So of course, I go to my grandma and say, they kicked me out, like it was, like it was their fault. So she sends goes to their TV show, writes down all their sponsors, and starts sending letters threatening to sue them because they kicked me out, even though I was out there cussing. So I was totally wrong. Anyways, the promoter calls me. He don't want to fucking get sued. So he calls me and says, hey man, how about I give you tickets to the next show? So we go to the next show. Literally, we go to the next show, and we're like 5 of the 10 people in the entire audience. So after the event, we hang out with the guy, and he says, hey, you want to learn how a ring goes down? What a fucking great line. You want to learn how a ring goes down? Of course we want to learn how a ring goes down. I might use that in Morristown this Saturday when there's some young gentlemen hanging out. I'm going to say, hey, you want to learn how a ring goes down? And then take down the ring. But that's what happened. He said, you want to learn how the ring goes down? And we learned how the ring goes down. And we kept on learning how the ring goes down for about another year. So eventually, I started taking down and doing stuff for other promoters. So several different promoters in the area I was doing ring crew with, helping out the flyers, whatever it took. Eventually, I decided I wanted to be a manager. So I said, well, if you want to be a manager, you've got to learn how to take bumps. So I started taking bumps. Well, hell, I was a natural. I was taking great bumps for a guy who wanted to be a manager. And so at that point, I decided, you know what, I'll just be a wrestler, even though I was like 145 fucking pounds or something. I decided I'll be a wrestler. I was skinny. I looked like fucking chocolate Skeletor. And so I just decided that that's what I was going to do. And eventually, after a couple of years, I decided I was going to promote, which leads me to my next question. When and where was the first event you promoted? First event I promoted was at Linview Middle School, March 1st, 2002. It's been 16 years ago. I promoted my first event back there in Kingsport at the Linview Middle School I actually went to. My grandmother, who passed away last year, and I love dearly, she let me borrow some money to get posters. It was a percentage deal with the gate. The money that I put in the poster was the only money I had going into this event. I mean, like, that was it. So I borrowed money for posters for her. I got a ticket split for the building because it was a fundraiser at a school. We booked, I'm talking Wrestle fucking Mania, man. We had every fucking body. We had like 50 guys. I remember, speaking of people emailing promoters, the first person that ever emailed me, I was so glad that somebody emailed me. This is how dumbass I was and how green I was a promoter. I was so glad that somebody emailed me from out of state and wanted to be on my show. I just fucking booked them. Not only did I book them, I booked 5 of their fucking buddies, man. Like, we just had a packed ass card. I'm talking, we had a 4-way tag team for the tag titles. We had a 8-person gauntlet. I wrestled for 45 minutes because fuck, it's my show. I'm going to wrestle for 45 minutes if I want to. Just convoluted booking. 1 million guys on this event. Mind-blowingly, this event drew about 350 fucking people. So I was like, this is it. I've done it. I'm a fucking wrestling promoter now. I drew 350 people. I'm going to run another show in 3 or 4 days. So I had, on Saturday, we draw this, March 1st, we draw this big fucking house. 350 people. We come back Tuesday, Johnson City, next town over. We drew 19 fucking people. And that's when I learned being a wrestling promoter is not fucking easy. It's like the ultimate peaks and valleys. And trust me, it's a lot more fucking valleys than it is peaks. A lot more fucking valleys. So don't do it, if you get your idea, hey, if you want to try it, go the fuck ahead. But you know what? It ain't fucking easy. It's very fucking hard to be a wrestling promoter. So, friendships, how do you put your friendships aside as a promoter? It is very, very hard to put your friendship aside as a promoter. Here's the way it works. First of all, if your friends can't fucking work and they want to wrestle, don't be friends with them anymore. If they understand, they care about you, and they care about your business, and they know that they suck balls, they will stand aside and realize that they suck balls, and they do not want to hurt your promotion and your money and your family, because that's what it boils down to. When you put your money into running a promotion, that is money you're taking away from your family. So if your friends want to wrestle and they suck balls, don't be friends with them anymore, because they ain't your friend. And a lot of people in wrestling will pretend to be your friend, and they'll give you, you're a promoter, everybody's your fucking friend. Everybody is your fucking friend. You know how to find out who your real friends is? The motherfuckers that tell you when you're wrong all the fucking time. Let me tell you who my friends are. My friends, naming off you, and I got a lot of friends, I really do. Really do. Lucky, because I can the ones that couldn't work a long fucking time ago, and I don't fucking care. Matter of fact, here's the way it works. If they can't work or they can't draw you money, just don't fucking be friends with them. That's the easiest way to do it. You know, there's people you can be friends with. But let me tell you, Chase Owens. He's in New Japan right now. He's just finished touring Australia. He's a real friend. You know why? Because he'll look at me and say, "Fuck you," right? And very few people look at me and say, "Fuck you," but he will. And that's why I got this little Chase Owens plush buddy here. This little motherfucker right here. Yeah, he gave me that. Look at him. Look at it. It looks just like him right in the face. The abs, not so much. But it just looks right. Look at him right there. Right there. Main eventing. New Japan's Honor Rising, the joint show with Ring of Honor. Main eventing this Friday. And first time, he's going to be teaming with Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi against Marty Scurll, Cody Rhodes, and Hangman Page. Main event. That's right. Main event. Started right here in the East Tennessee area. Main event pay-per-view for New Japan this Friday. I mean, it's right there. That's the right example. If you were starting out, anybody, you can do it. Anybody can do it. But here's the thing. I won't say anybody can do it. You have to have talent. You have to have desire. This guy wrestled for the first, I'm talking 4 or 5 years of his career, 4 or 5 days in a row. Right off the bat was taking any kind of, was wrestling anywhere for any kind of money to start out and get his name out there. Just going. Just got there going, perfecting his craft. Like that's how you do it. You just grind it away, and good things happen. Now he's main event a fucking New Japan pay-per-view this Friday night. But see, that's the kind of friends you have. The friends will just look at you and say, "Fuck you," because if they're not willing to tell you what they think, then they're just another kiss ass. And you don't need any more kiss ass. Your real friends will tell you the truth. Real friends like Chris Richards, like Elliot, Russell, Sigmund. I got some guys that are real friends. Don't care to tell me what they think. And that's your real people right there. The rest of those guys, they're not your friends. You have to be able to identify the bullshit. You can't be like, "Look at all these fucking friends I got." Because they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. You have to remember that. They don't give a fuck about you. Don't give a fuck about you. You're a wrestling promoter. They don't give a fuck about you. Don't pretend. Don't take a picture with the guys like you think they give a fuck about you, because they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give an F-U-C-K about you, motherfucker. All right. We'll get more questions here. All right. Will I ever wrestle again? As a regular? Fuck no. Because it fucking hurts, man. It hurts. I wrestled for a long time. I got all kinds of a laundry list of fucking injuries. I had a patella tendon on my surgery on my knee, repaired it. Had basically ripped my patella tendon in half, had it reused. So I've got twisted hips from a few bad falls. So many concussions that really I can't fucking wrestle. But I'm dumb, which means I'm gonna fucking step foot back in the ring a few times here and there. You know why? Because I want to. But as a full-time, every day, going out there, or even every week, I ain't even wrestling once a week. You ain't seeing my ass wrestle once a week, not once a month. You might see me wrestle twice a fucking year, maybe even once a year. But my ass ain't wrestling every week no more. Because that shit hurts. It hurts, man. It's a young man's game. And I've racked it up, the injury. I'm 35 years old, man. I mean, I know that doesn't sound like much, but hell, I started wrestling when I was 17. That's been 18 fucking years ago. Do I look like I've been wrestling 18 years? Fuck no, I don't. Look how young I look. I don't look 35. Do I look 35? Message right now, in the comments below, tell me if I look 35 years old. If you didn't know before, did you think I was 35 years old? I bet you'd say fucking 25. Maybe, okay, let's say maybe 28. 28 years old. That's what you was thinking right there. Alright, so anyways, done with the questions. Thanks for listening to me ramble on about all a laundry list of different fucking things. I love doing this. I get to come out here. Please, if you understand, if you come to my events, I do not talk like this at my fucking events. And my events are family friendly, but here I'm being real with the people because people want me to keep it real on the internet. So I'm keeping it real on the internet. If you come to events, family friendly, good time. Kids won't hear this kind of language at my event. But you're going to hear it right now because right here, I don't give a fuck. That's right, Tony No Fucks Givens. I'm thinking about making a Tony No Fucks Givens t-shirt, Pro Wrestling Tees. Who would buy? Right now, comments below. Let me know if you would buy a Tony No Fucks Givens t-shirt at Pro Wrestling Tees. And if I can get them to make it, I'll get it up and we'll get those Tony No Fucks Givens t-shirts and they will be the hottest seller on Pro Wrestling Tees. That's right, Bruce Pritchard, I'm coming for you, man. Tony Schiavone, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for the #1 spot on Pro Wrestling Tees with my No Fucks Givens shirt. People just gotta let me know if they want it. So, anyways, I'll be back probably Friday. I think I'm gonna do this every other day. Come back Friday and give my last hard push for my show in Morristown, and then come back Sunday and tell you whether my show in Morristown drew and whether or not my wife is going to fucking stab me. Anyways, I will see you next time, and once again, don't be a pussy.